Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another episode of Talkin' Top Tier. I am your host, always doing the most, Tone the Boss. Every week we have a very special guest. This one is one of my favorites. Ladies and gentlemen, Lyrikal, TMG, all the way from Waterloo. What it do?
Yeah, that's that New York. Yeah. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm feeling great. It's an honor to have you on here.
Man, I appreciate it.
Man,
Like,
I'm glad we connected, bro. Finally, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a minute I've been trying to link. We done met briefly a couple times.
Yeah.
But, we made it official with the music awards. I'm honored to have you involved in any capacity. I wanted to give you a whole academy spot, but it's your time. You got to get your flowers,
Yeah,
man.
man. I definitely appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate, what you're doing as far as the Iowa Music Awards. I feel that it's very valuable and super long overdue. And I feel that it's going to spark a lot of initiative in different artists all over our state.
Yeah.
It's something to not only look forward to, but it's putting that, can we cuss?
Yeah,
It's
hell
going
yeah.
to put that fire under their ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to put the fire under their ass. They're like, no, we got to go harder.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Especially once people see what the turnout is and the positive energy behind it. So, yeah, I love it. It's dope.
Hell yeah. So when I first approached you, you got a hell of a resume, and it was just off of what I knew. After meeting you, a hell of a resume don't even say enough.
Yeah.
But, just from what I knew, you was just that guy. In Waterloo, you are that guy. You are the go-to, studio, beats, production, what you've done as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about it. Let's tell the world who Lyrikal TMG is.
Gratitude. I'm a traveling videographer, music producer, graphic designer, studio owner, engineer. I kind of try to do everything.
Yeah.
Try to do everything high quality. I definitely pursue quality. I pursue turnaround time. I just work, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I like connecting dots. I like networking. I like putting other people in good positions, and I like working with a lot of people and try to bring out different creativity out of them because I know they bring different creativity out of me. So it's just that,
Working with you firsthand definitely showed me that. We got a record called Victory Lap.
Yeah.
And, so I met you for the music awards. I originally approached you, I think Summer Jam. And I wanted you there as an artist. And you kind of like, I've actually kind of fell back as an artist. I've done my thing, and I'd rather give, these young bulls time to shine.
Yeah,
Talk
definitely.
about that real quick.
So, for the longest, like when I first started my rap career, like I had a group, me and the guys, we used to make music and do shows and stuff like that. And eventually I started kind of doing my own thing. I've been blessed to tour. I've been several different countries performing, opening for all type of people. And COVID hit, kind of slowed everything down and fell back more into the production. I was always behind the scenes with everything that it was all production, but I don't know, it was just like, okay, this needs to be the focus versus trying to put myself in the forefront at this time.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I accomplished a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, super blessed to accomplish all the things that I have, and it was like, all right, well, let's continue doing this production work and see where that goes if I put more focus into that.
Yeah. I feel like making it is in the eye of the beholder. Like, I honestly, and I haven't done half as much as you, but I feel like with the goals that I set out to do in my rap career, I made it.
Yeah.
And, once you've done that where you can look back and be proud of what you've done, to me, it's how do I top that?
Right.
And that's where I fell in love with management. And in my mentality, it was the only way to top me feeling like I made it is to give someone else that feeling. There's nothing better than them being able to say, I made it too.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know,
Yeah,
like that. That
facts.
was that makes you a boss. That makes you
absolutely.
you know,
that's,
give
that's
back
the
and
exact,
make it full circle.
That's the exact feeling that I have when I'm working with artists too. So I completely feel that.
Yeah. So, you know, we got to Summer Jam. We finally got you involved somehow with the music awards. You know, we're definitely gonna have you submitted for best producer,
Hey,
best videographer.
hey.
The videos I've seen, you definitely got to send something for best video, bro. Like that's
Man, yeah, that's shit.
man. It seems like it's gonna be you competing with you against you again.
No, like I'm very humbled and appreciative of being a part of that. Like it's exciting for me, just as well as exciting for everybody else. Like I'm glad to be a part of it in that way.
Yeah, for sure. And then, you know, I got to come up to the studio.
Yes.
We definitely talked about that. Your testimonial will probably be out before this podcast interview, but we talked about studio, how you came about your name, and then you just give off a really good energy. You introduced me to The Secret. Still haven't got to watch it all yet,
Bro,
but the concept, it's almost scary because I live by it already.
Listen.
I know how my brain gets when I confirm that all my thoughts are true.
Yes. Listen.
Limitless.
Anybody out there that hasn't seen the movie, read the book, or anything, definitely go check out The Secret. That shit changed my life, bro. Like it just opened another level in my mind to expand on.
Yeah.
And realizing thoughts become things and positive versus negative energies and just all those situations. Like you can really speak things to existence, the manifestation, and that shit is too real.
Yeah.
Like, and ever since I got put onto it, anybody that I run into that I know would accept and be open minded to it, you have to check it out.
Yeah. You keep it right next to the Bible.
Yeah.
Like that's how serious it is. Like, yeah. So I'm definitely gonna check that out. You know, that's a plug for The Secret. I'm all about self-manifestation, positive energy, and getting that energy back. So like to find out that there's a manuscript for how I've already been living.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
And once you realize it, it's like, okay, you just tap into it more.
Yep.
And utilize it more. So yeah, bro. How have you not watched
scared.
it yet?
I'm scared.
Why? Scared away.
Because it's going to confirm everything that I've been feeling, seeing, and thinking.
That's good. Like, that confirmation is good. Like, it shows, hey, you're not crazy. You're a visionary.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You're a visionary. Like, everything starts with an idea.
Facts.
Everything started. Everything. Think about it. Like, this podcast, your label, Iowa Music Awards. You know what I'm saying? You were kind of explaining to me, like, bro, you had a book.
Yeah.
That you did the Iowa Music Awards like 7 years ago that you already started planning it. You know what I'm saying? And then one thing led to another. It took time, but the time is now. Like you manifested it.
Yeah.
Started with the idea of doing it, and now you're really doing it. Everything that you do, bro, like it starts with that idea, and it's up to you whether you shut that idea down from the beginning or not.
Facts. So one thing that I know that we can relate on when it comes to stuff like this is like I feel like I drug my feet. Like I had it all planned out many years ago, but I drug my feet waiting on somebody else to do it so I could participate. Like, I could do it, but can't somebody else so I can just be involved? Can you talk about situations where you feel the same and you have to deal with that?
Yeah, many because I've had conversations with different people about Iowa Music Awards too. Yeah. Just like there's within the last year, even. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Same thing with like beat battles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, of course, I feel that I have enough resources and enough people to, okay, let's put this into play.
Yeah.
But then I can't participate. Yeah. Because it's biased. And it's like, no, like I want to compete too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like at least once.
Yeah,
you know
one time, yeah.
At least see if I'm up to par.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? But bro, like the fact that you're gas, you know what I'm saying? You put the gas on it and it's like, you know what? No, regardless on what, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And just knowing what the end result is before you even get to it, it's like, okay, one of the things in The Secret is imagine that you're driving on the highway at night and you're going to like Chicago or something.
Right.
You know that you're going to Chicago. You just know it.
Yeah.
it's nighttime. You only see 50 feet in front of you
Right.
from the headlights.
Yeah.
But you know, if you
You're
keep
to
going,
Chicago. Yeah, I'm gonna end up in Chicago.
you're gonna be there.
Yeah, but you can't actually see Chicago.
No,
You
not
can't
until,
actually touch Chicago
but you
right
know
now.
that you're getting closer and closer to it,
Okay.
and then once you get there, you're there. You made it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's that applies in so many different ways. You don't have to see the top of the staircase. Keep
Right.
walking up the stairs.
I like that.
You feel me? Like that's
gems.
like, but it's real.
Yeah.
Think about
Damn.
it. Like all the stuff that you've accomplished
Yeah.
is like
Yeah, it was a thought that became, a thing.
Yeah, facts.
An idea that became reality. You know,
Facts.
we plan it, we see
For real,
it.
bro. I can talk about that all day, bro. I got so many testimonials on how that shit works, bro. Like, but it's real.
Yeah.
And once you realize it, then you start thinking different and using it to your creative advantage or just your life advantage. It could be health, it could be finances, it could be relationships, it could be goals, like all of it. Like it's real, bro. Watch the movie.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. If you don't watch the movie, we're not doing any work.
All work will cease.
Yes.
We're putting it on hold.
You have homework, sir.
I got you. Definitely gonna check that out. What should we be checking out of yours? Let's talk about your career, where it started, where it's at now, and where you see it going.
Man, I mean, it's. I feel like it starts like any other story. Like it started with nothing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
The
Started
best
with
stories start
nothing.
that
You know what
way.
I'm saying? The bare minimum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like renting computers that would go back every other week. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep,
had to
I
start
know that
again as soon as my mom and dad, you know what I'm saying? They got another one.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I started making beats. And then that transitioned to I got my first tax check from my job, and I bought speakers and a microphone, whatever, in my apartment, made a studio, and then started getting paid for studio time. And at that point, I had a catalog of beats that was just sitting there, and I was selling beats at the same time and
Nice.
just networking with different artists. And like there's still day one artists that I was working with that I
So dope.
still work with now,
so
like
dope.
from the very bottom. Like shout out my boy Too Clean.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like just that growth. You know what I'm saying? And through the trenches with it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this shit. So up to now, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've traveled down there the world. You know,
List some of the places. I just had Bo James on here last week.
Yeah. So even with Bo James, we was in Thailand, been to Tokyo, China, Barcelona. Even though that was like layover type shit, but
You was there.
Budapest was in Budapest.
Performing your original music.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
like
That's
super dope, bro.
amazing.
Like even in spots where it's like they didn't speak English. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like shit was cool. Like it was international festivals that we were performing at, and we were the only people from the United States.
Yeah.
You know, holding our country down because the United States birthed hip hop.
Yeah.
And like all the other countries, they would do, you know, like the little dances and, you know what I'm saying, their traditional music and cultural, like it was super cultural, it was super dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, all those experiences. And just networking with different people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like having fun.
Yeah.
Shit was dope.
So let's it's a podcast. I gotta be a journalist, so I'm gonna have to pry to get some name drops and all that.
Man.
So one of my favorite stories by you is the iPod story. I'll just start with that. And I hope you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So this was the reason why it's one of my favorite stories is because it's creative and it's you're getting the results and it's something you manifested and got
Definitely
the results that
did.
you wanted
Definitely
from
did.
taking a risk and being creative. Please give my podcast the exclusive iPod story.
Shout out to The Secret. So I used to study strange music some years back. I studied Tech 9 strange music. The reason I was studying strange music was for a couple of reasons. A, they were Midwest based. They were current in them being independent. This is before like QC and, you know what I'm saying, everybody was popping. Like it was Tech 9 is the major, you know, the biggest underground artist ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, they're doing something right. So I wasn't like a fan of the music. Like I wasn't like, oh man, I this is what I love, and I wasn't introduced to it like that. I was really interested in the business. So Travis O'Gwen, like I was like, okay, what all does he have going on? So I started, I'm a big YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
I go to YouTube University.
Yes.
Summa cum laude. Like I'm perfect attendance.
On the road.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. All of that. Like YouTube, shout out to YouTube.
Right.
But yeah, I would watch videos even of their growth and transition. Like I would look up old videos of like some of their first headquarter buildings. Yeah. You know what I mean? And what that looked like and how it transitioned, how they were doing everything in-house from touring, merchandise, studio, you know what I'm saying, the music aspect, and I loved that. And at that time, like I put out Noisemakers.
Which is your first album, right?
Which was like my first official album. You know what I'm saying? Like
there were previous projects.
I went through disc makers, and you know what I'm saying. I printed out my first set was 1,000 CDs. You know what I'm saying, and then so I'm studying that. I'm doing shows. I'm going to state fairs, and we're getting CDs off to the point where I ended up getting like 10,000 CDs after that. After my first run.
That was the re-up.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, no, I love this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He was telling me y'all to go to fairs and pockets empty, and now I don't have enough pockets.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like shit was fun. Shit was dope. So around that time, that's when I'm really studying. Okay, so I'm okay, merchandise. I got my own merchandise. Right. You know what I'm saying? He was explaining how a lot of artists leave money on the table when they go to do shows. Because the average person, when you go do a show, you're paying for gas, hotel, sometimes tickets, you know what I'm saying? You're investing so much, but you're not getting the ROI. You're not getting a return on your investment. So one way you get a return on your investment is selling merchandise at these shows. You got this captive audience of people. Make some money.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm studying strange music, and out of nowhere, I get an inbox from Adam Duran. Shout out to Adam. Adam Duran was the tour manager of I think it was The Storm, Tech Nine's album. They was doing a tour, and he reached out to me on Facebook, and I was like, yo, like that's crazy. He's like, hey, what's going on? It was Adam. We seen your music video cups on your article on djbooth.net, and I was like, hold on.
Wait a goddamn minute. Hold on. You've been studying them.
Yeah.
But they found you.
Bro, weird as shit. Weird as shit.
That energy.
And it was like, hey, I didn't know I had an article. You know what I'm saying? So,
you had me an article, sir.
You know what I'm saying? That was dope too. And then the fact that y'all liked the video, you know what I'm saying, which featured Ricky Rocco and Young X. It was a project, the first one of the first times doing something with Young X, and like shit was dope. And he was like, we're coming through Des Moines. We wanted to know if you were interested in opening. We can give you a 10-minute slot. And I'm like, bro, like a 2-minute slot on this stage. You know what I'm saying? Like I do a hook versus hook. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I'll turn that bitch up.
And
you know
all
what
I
I'm
needed
saying?
was
like,
the way in the door. Because I'm going to shake hands. What I do off the stage is almost more important or just as important as what I'm about to do on the stage.
So now I know this is going to happen. And I'm like, all right, I know I'm going to meet Tech Nine. At some point, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to holler at Adam and be like, man, can we get an introduction? You know what I'm saying? Anything like that, I think that'll be dope. But what can I do to stand out from the average artist?
Because they're already doing the meet and greets.
Yeah, they do the meet and greets, and artists of that capacity, they're traveling so much. They're shaking hands with thousands of fucking people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, so what can I do different to stand out in this situation? So I'm planning maybe 2 weeks before the show. I'm coming up with ideas. One idea that I had was, I got a relationship with Yuckmouth. And maybe if, you know what I'm saying, I elaborate on that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that, you know what I'm saying, pique his interest, but I was like, okay, that's not enough. So I went to the pawn shop and I bought an iPod, touchscreen iPod, the ones that used to look like the cell phones. And I put like 30 beats on there and maybe like my album and my videos. Nothing else on it. And I was like, okay. I assumed that everybody would be giving him CDs, flash drives.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But what do you do with that?
That shit get lost.
Do you
Even if
don't-
you
you
wanted
know what I'm
it,
saying?
that
Like-
shit get toast, lost. Everything but what you intended.
Exactly.
when
So
you
if I
handed it
gave
to
him something that had slight value, shock value, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that'll, and then of course like a merchandise box with T-shirts and all that, whatever. So get to the venue. It's meet and greet right before sound check. So I made sure that I was there during the meet and greet situation, but I also made sure that I was last.
Mhm.
Because I didn't want there to be somebody else behind me like, hurry up. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that paid for the VIP package.
Yeah,
and you know what I'm exactly.
exactly.
saying? I'm
That's
just,
smart. I wouldn't have
and
thought.
I'm
of
just, I'm trying to take,
Yeah.
take the time to really talk to this man.
Yeah.
So see Adam, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, can you go ahead and introduce us? He was like, yeah, absolutely. So me and my wife, we walk over there, and I was like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? I'm Lyrikal. I'm opening the show, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's dope to meet you, you know what I'm saying? Been studying your guys' business for a while. I appreciate everything that you put on YouTube to give the blueprint of how to maneuver and work as an artist. And then I was like, and then I guess right before that I called Yuckmouth and I was like, yo, I'm finna be with Tech. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, oh yeah, man, put him on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yes. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So there was So I was like, I'm a producer. I do this and that. You know what I'm saying? I actually work with a couple of people that you work with. You know what I'm saying? Or that you got relationships with. And I'm thinking, okay. So like I kind of pre-planned how to do this conversation.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I fuck with Yuckmouth. And he was like, oh yeah, Regime. I was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, actually, he said to call him when I was with you. You know what I'm saying? So y'all could chop it up or whatever the situation was. And he was like, yeah, go ahead. So I called him. You know what I'm saying? Put him on the phone. Yeah. Bro, take my phone and walk the fuck off.
Said not the phone.
Because at this point, the venue's empty. You got the crew, you know what I'm saying? Like, still putting the stage and shit together. And then the way that he walked was, like, towards the bar, but there was, like, this door. It wasn't a bathroom door. It was at the valet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever that
exactly
door
what you're talking
is,
about,
you know what I'm saying? Like, he walks
And what's
in there.
fucked up, if he walks too far, he can become inaccessible real quick.
Yeah.
Like, hey, can you go get Tech? Fuck no.
I was like, bro, got my phone. And he had my phone for, like, 5
Ain't nothing
minutes.
you can really do about it.
When we're just, me and my wife just standing there, and I'm like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So eventually he ends up coming back, but he was different. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like he was out of meet and greet mode.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now that extra dap up was genuine, you know what I'm saying? And it was, shit was cool. So then I told him, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a producer, you know what I'm saying? I do this, and I wanted to give you, you know what I'm saying, this box of merch, and you know what I'm saying, kind of show you the shit that I'm into. Yeah. And I wanted you to take this. Yeah. And I gave him the iPod. Mm-hmm. He was like, damn, did you want me to give this back to you at the end of the show? I was like, no, bro, you on tour. Take this. You know what I'm saying? I already had the headphones wrapped around it ready. All you had to do is press play. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, at that moment, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, like nobody's ever did that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Good. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the point. You know what I'm saying? Try to stand out. Yep. Cause you never get a second first impression. Exactly. So every time you meet somebody, make sure you impress them. Like they used to be like an old bar. Yep. But no, you know what I'm saying? But it's real. You know what I'm saying? And from that point, like that story still goes a little deeper. I guess I can get to it. Yeah. Tell them what it led to. So we kicked ass at that show. Yeah, you got it. Kicked ass at that show. Yeah, set it on fire. To the point where they were like, well, we're doing a show in Burlington too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do that one, I was like, absolutely. Yep, you know what I'm saying? This shit was lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was like 2 weeks from there. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, this book that, make that a go. And then what ended up happening was, I think that next weekend in Waterloo, Twisted Insane did a show. So open for that show, and I'm standing outside with one of the openers, and I had like a Bluetooth speaker, and I'm playing one of the openers some beats. Twisted Insane walk out. It was like, who made that beat? I was like, I did. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah. He's like, man, I need some beats. I'm like, shit, hell yeah.
Is this when you had a merch table and was playing it out of?
No, that's a whole that's a whole different situation.
Okay.
So Twisted Insane, he had a show the next day in Sioux City, which is 4 hours from Waterloo. So he's staying in Waterloo, and at this time I had my studio in my basement. And I told him, I was like, well, shit, bro, if you ain't on shit tomorrow, man, I'll play you some more beats and, you know what I'm saying, be in the studio with the whoop. And he was like, yeah, shit, I'm down. So bro came over to the crib. And he was like, play some beats. So I played them. And the very first beat, he was like, man, I want it.
Damn.
And I was like,
you didn't heard that.
I was like, damn, hold on. Because then I had to backtrack. I was like, I just gave Tech 9 some of these beats on his iPod. I kind of want to see what he say. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the plus on that was, man, fuck that. I'm about to call him and tell him, man, you bullshitting on these beats, man. What's up? I'm finna get this beat. Yeah. And in my mind, I'm like, yes, do that. You know what I'm saying? Because now you got a whole nother person that, you know what I'm saying, out of the network. For you. Yeah. And I was like, damn, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? And I guess he did, because that Burlington show, I got to chop it up with Tech again. You know what I'm saying? And this time I'm Bluetooth ready, because I don't know if he listened to what I gave him. Yeah. And I chopped it up with him. I didn't get to play him anything at that moment, because, you know, I know there's a time and place for everything. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But he did. He was like, yeah, man, Twisted Insane called me, man, asking about the beats, man. I'm definitely going to check them out. I just ain't checked them out yet. I'm like, all right, bet.
That lit that fire. That lit that match under him, though.
At least that's what I was thinking. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Do I know if he ever listened to him? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never got that other reach out. But you have other placements. But the other thing is, I have more shows from that point. You know what I'm saying? Because now I've established this relationship with Strange Music, at least the people that are booking the shows and doing the shows. So I did like more Des Moines shows. I did Wisconsin show. I did, you know what I'm saying, all these other shows. So it's like, I know every time I do these shows, I'm going to rub shoulders with him. Exactly. So then after that, it was, he seen me, Lyrikal, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying? Regime Mob, you know what I'm saying? Like, because of the Yuck affiliation, he was like, I'm like, all right, so he know who I am, you know what I'm saying? And I asked him, okay, what you working on? Where can, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get in where I fit in. And then at that point, they just signed JL. And he was like, man, that's JL, you know what I'm saying? Super dope, you know what I'm saying? Go holler at him. So, shit. I did. You know what I'm saying? I went over to jail and I had another Bluetooth speaker. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like every Bluetooth speaker got bigger and bigger. Right. So at that point, same thing with him. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Yeah. I make beats. You know what I'm saying? Got play you something? Yeah. Played him the first beat. He said, that's a hell of a fucking first beat to play. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, appreciate it. Yeah. And after the tour was done, JL reached back out to me. He's like, hey, man, you still, did you sell that beat or what you had going on? I was like, no, like, I still got it. I'll send it to you. Yep. So he's like, yeah, I want to record to it. I'm like, bet, when? You know what I'm saying? He's like, well, I got studio time next week for the week, because, you know, they block off for their artists. You know, okay, here's a week for you, here's a week for you, here's a week for you. And then I was like, well, shit, man, what's up, man? I could slide down that way, you know what I'm saying, and be in the studio, you know what I'm saying? And then slid down there, and it was my first time at Strangeland, and it's like, it was crazy because I would look at this place on YouTube. You know what I mean? And I'm a visionary, like I'm a very visual person, to the point where it's crazy. I was just having this conversation earlier about seeing things, whether it's picture or video, and I can put myself there. Yeah. You know what I mean? I can see around me, or I can change the environment where I'm at and actually be there, hear, feel, you know what I'm saying? And just. So it was like a premonition of you being in there, and then to an extent, yeah. Damn. That's crazy. You got there, it was what you envisioned, huh? Yeah, and I was like, damn, I'm here. And then from there, at this time I had a production partner. We had like 25 beats that we were gonna show to him, and he would put into a folder. He put 20 beats in a folder. You know what I'm saying? Out of the 25, I was like, damn, that's pretty fucking good. Yeah, that's a good ratio. And then from that folder, Joey Cool ended up getting one of the beats, which was my production partner's beat, which was super cool, because now it's like, okay, we're both, you know what I'm saying? Like, like this shit's dope. We all eating now, And then eventually did another show. I was at my merch table. I had the big boy, the 15-inch rechargeable PA speaker.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? That has the handle that you can drag it like luggage.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm playing beats for Darian Saffron. And then next thing you know, this is at the Valley too. From the stage on the way back to where the merch was, Stevie Stone was like, "Hey man, who made that beat?" Like, I did. You know what I'm saying? And then like just that started that relationship. And then the relationship with Stevie Stone got deep. You know what I'm saying? Like super fucking dope, super grateful for all the shit that I've done with bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we would FaceTime and you know what I'm saying? Like it was very genuine and we made dope shit. You know what I'm saying? And still continue to make dope shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that is it's just how things lead into each other based off of that idea or what you're studying and what you're intaking and your positivity and you know what I'm saying? Like it's dope, man, because it just continues to branch in so many different ways.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even my relationship with Stevie Stone is branched in so many dope ways with so many dope people.
How many videos you shot with Stevie now?
I think we did 3.
See, I met off the strength of that, off the tour that led to the beats.
Yeah.
And then there was, I think, you said you went to New York. Where'd you?
Yeah, we went out to New York. He had Stevie ended up leaving Strange, and starting his label Odyssey Records. Shout out to Odyssey. And then he had like a situation in New York and wanted me to film.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was doing a lot of filming. You know what I'm saying, behind the scenes, so not just music videos, but. Like blogging, like at shows and tours and stuff like that.
So he was following you doing the other stuff too, or like how did he find out that you were into video work as well?
I mean, shit, just conversation. Like we just like our relationship was organic. You know what I'm saying? And it was like he would like Stevie says, like I'm like a Swiss Army knife. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, like and like I said, bro, it's just a lot of dope shit. You know what I'm saying? We do a lot of dope shit.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I followed him with the camera and, you know what I'm saying, documenting his process, you know what I'm saying, on when we were in New York and then even just those relationships. Yeah. Like just, bro, it's organic. It's dope. Yeah. Just how that one strange music seed of learning branched out into something
it's you putting that energy in the universe where they reached out to you. Like that was
way crazy. That was way crazy. And I think I was super fresh on The Secret at that point. Super fresh. Like that's when it was like, yo.
There was potential doubt.
Yo, like what?
If there was any doubt.
No, for real, bro. Like that's how I knew how powerful it was. Yeah. Because like you said, that doesn't happen.
No, we don't believe in coincidences.
That doesn't happen like that, and it happened just like that, and like I said, it just grew, continued to grow.
And you did end up with places with
Tech,
right?
Yeah. So I think I did maybe four records on Black Lion, and one of them featured Tech Nine. And it was dope because Don P was also from the crib. Like I like to plug a lot of dope people. I know a lot of dope people, a lot of dope artists. Yeah. So if I can DJ Khaled some shit without being DJ Khaled, you know what I'm saying? I love doing that. I love the production aspect. I love putting creatives together. Yep. And that in particular record is Stevie Stone, Tech Nine, and Don P. It's called Technique.
That's so dope.
Super dope.
That's so dope.
So yeah.
How'd they spell Technique?
TEKNIQUE. Yeah.
Talk about Technicians Music Group. That's like you see the connection, right? There ain't no coincidences, but
it was crazy.
The TMG and Lyrikal.
Yeah, so TMG stood for Technicians Music Group. There was another guy, Lyrikal, that was like on Google and YouTube, and he does like rhythm music. You know what I'm saying? And it's like. Yeah, that's not good branding wise. So ended up putting the TMG for Technicians Music Group. I had a quote unquote label. You know what I'm saying? Me and my production partner at that time, we It actually started as like we wanted it to be like a producer coalition.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had a situation where with my boy A Spell, where he wanted a beat from me, Track, and Louis Lavish, and we didn't know how to tag it.
So we needed
You know
a
what I'm
collective
saying?
name.
So we came up with the technicians,
Yeah.
and that eventually worked itself out to be a quote unquote label, to where we can kind of dump everything that we're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Track, super fucking dope. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like Track inspired me on a lot of different levels. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because I haven't talked to him in a while. We kind of fell out. But even like, I think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like relationships and just how everything happened to get to this point, and you know what I'm saying? Things that have inspired me, and you know what I'm saying? Like, how can I not shout that out?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. It's
So
part
look,
of the journey.
which camera? This one. Shout out Track.
Hey.
At the end of the day, shout you out.
That's dope.
On me.
That's dope.
So yeah, Technicians Music Group. We had some artists, some very talented artists, from Hyphy, Westby, Travell, Reese, Case, my wife, and then we were doing the production, videography, graphic design, putting out super fucking dope content
The
and material.
visuals too, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's unreal. Like you showing me your videos that you've shot, and I'm like, these are my dream videos. These are the videos where I'm not gonna get these till I'm on, till you know the label pays for these type of videos.
Yeah, I mean with the videos, I mean not to cut you off, just the videos and the visuals. Like we grew up in this era of the high budget videos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like late '90s, early 2000s,
Yeah.
mid 2000s, whatever. It was like there were video sets. There were
they went on
colors and even dancers and you know what I'm saying?
Choreography,
like,
they went in
like
acting
that was major. So it was like I always wanted that Benny Boom, Hype Williams, you know what I'm saying, type of aesthetic to it. And then the home video Chief Keef, you know what I'm saying, like kind of switched that around. Which I mean, which is not at all. You
saved everybody a lot of money.
It's social, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that also did was show us no, we can do our own shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, can do our own shit to where we don't need thousands and thousands of dollars for budgets.
Williams,
you know what I'm
Little
saying?
X, like we can't afford them.
Like that created a whole new wave of what we can do as artists and creatives. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't ever take that away. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's like it was part of the process. Yeah. Just like Soulja Boy showed us that we can do shit on YouTube. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to acknowledge and respect people that have pioneered different ways because it lays out a completely different groundwork.
Yeah. Absolutely. So with producing, videography, you know, the music yourself, you know, I heard some records where you was actually singing on it that sounded fire. Yeah. So I mean with writing, like what's your typical day-to-day like?
Oh man. It varies. It varies so much. Like I balance so much.
Do you consider yourself a jack of all trades, a master of none, or do you feel like you mastered a couple things?
No, because man, I wish I knew the rest of that statement because I heard I heard the rest of that.
That's the whole statement.
No,
there's another part after the master of none, isn't it?
Yeah, jack of all trades, master of none, but that's better than a master of one. That's the whole thing.
Okay. Yeah. So once I heard the rest of that, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely feel that. Yeah, I mastered a lot of things. Like they say you're supposed to have 10,000 hours in.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
got your 10?
Do I?
Which
avenue? I? You know what I'm saying? Which way you want to go? If anything, this video stuff is the newest thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's gonna keep going up and continue to grow. So.
That's fucking lit, man.
Oh, and then because I wanted to backtrack on the TMG aspect.
Yes.
So the technicians ended up, like I say, kind of fell out, and I'd already rebranded everything to Lyrikal TMG. So it's like, for the longest, I didn't have a reason for what what does TMG stand for until was in Alaska with Stevie Stone and his nephew. Shout out to A-Lee.
Hold on real quick. You got flown out to Alaska?
Bro, like when I tell you, like we was doing dope shit, bro. Like we've been doing dope shit.
I don't even think I would be
saying?
allowed. Like they did like all type of crazy stuff to even get into Canada.
The
And then they
experience,
get to
bro. Shout out Stevie Stone. Which cameras? Bro, this one,
All
wherever,
of them.
bro. Shout out Stevie Stone, like for real, bro. Like you,
Alaska.
bro. On me, you, bro. So yeah, we was in Alaska, and I was sitting with his nephew, A-Lee, and A-Lee was like, "Hey, man," he was like, "What does TMG stand for?" You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to know. And I kind of gave him the rundown on the Technicians Music Group, and I was like, I don't know, I got to make it mean something else now, like something music graphics, or you know what I'm saying, something like that. And he was like, I always thought it meant the motherfucking GOAT. It does now. It does now. Shout out to A-Lee. I swear to God, I was like, that shit is dope. Yeah, I was like, yep. Yep.
Yeah. Lyrical TMG, the motherfucking GOAT.
I'll take it. And it's crazy because I'm usually like I try to stay as humble as possible, you know what I'm saying, grounded, you know what I'm saying. I don't boast myself the way that I probably could or should or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, shit, I'm trying to make it the way everybody else is trying to make it. I just want to be able to help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In any capacity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel that my services are my purpose.
Yep. Facts.
You see what I'm saying? I don't need the limelight. I don't need none of that.
Yeah. Facts.
For what?
Facts.
If I can help bring and build shit, you know what I'm saying? And with dope ass fucking people, that's what I'm gonna do. I enjoy it. That's what I love.
It. I love it, man. And you know, I had the same values. I saw that when we first linked up and really got to sit down and talk. You know, after that, I was like, man, play a beat for me. And I think the first FaceTime we did, you gave me props on the Give Me My Ring. He said, first of all,
that's dope.
props to you, the Golden State Warriors. Give me my ring. I was like, I appreciate that. I don't be thinking everybody know like or tapped into all that. So that's super dope that, you know, you kicked it off with that. So then when we got in the studio and I was like, yeah, you know, I really like the beats that start with the horns. You played that motherfucking Victory Lap beat.
Yeah.
Literally titled Victory Lap.
Yeah.
And I just felt like I could hear it, bro. Like
yeah.
I heard the words without writing it. Like I hear what this song's supposed to do and where it's supposed to go. And I hope you feel that I did it justice.
Hell yeah.
It's literally one of my favorite tracks.
Hell
and I've been
yeah.
doing music for 20 years. And
it's
that one,
energy.
Yeah. And you pulled a little bit out of me. You know, I had a direction, I had it all, and you just mumbled something like, "What if you did da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da?" And then it just I didn't even think the lyrics, and it came out like you know,
in the booth.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like seconds, like right regurgitated after that, and then he was like, and then the we winning.
Yeah.
Like you didn't say that, but I translated it, and I feel like I do that.
Like
with
you understood
beats.
what I was saying.
Yeah, I tried to understand the assignment.
Yeah.
But something I've been preaching to a lot of my artists lately is, you know, there's really 3 or 4 versions of your song. You know, there's the version that the producer made, there's a version that you write, and then there's a version that the engineer makes. Because they're gonna take different things out, and then you can also argue that there's an A&R version or you know, the consumer version and what they hear from your product.
Okay.
When you're making beats, like, do you hear the song or do you just hear the beat, or do you like talk to me about that process?
When I make beats, I try to leave enough room for the artist because the artist's voice is an instrument. So as I'm making beats, like I hear melodies, cadences, vibes, feels, concepts, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes that's how I get some of the names of my beats.
Yep.
But as a producer, and all producers can testify, like we be naming shit weird as hell sometimes.
Yeah, y'all do.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just
Victory Lap magically worked. Like I was like, okay, cool. I pay homage to Nib. I feel like it's a sequel to Give Me My Ring. Like we coming back around one again. That one worked. But yeah, I done seen some names like, bro, I can't even use that word in the song. Like,
sometimes it's like I can't even think of nothing random. But it's like sometimes like it just be
water
random
bottle.
Like that. Yeah, I'm dead ass. Like I got this one called Dry Water.
What am I gonna?
You know
Where
what I'm
am I
saying?
going
Like,
with this?
I don't know. It's just that's what it felt like.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But it be like that sometimes,
Yeah.
and I'm sure I ain't the only one. If not,
Yeah, no,
shit,
you're
I'm
not.
just
You're
crazy.
not the only one. That's dope, man. So so when you're making a beat, you just kind of get in your bag, you hear it. I've heard you even do some top liners that was super dope, and
Yeah.
I think artists need to get more in tune in that. I know as rappers, they take a lot of pride at all. I wrote everything myself, but like the collaboration,
Yeah.
it expands your mind and goes past your limitations. Like I felt like I had to do Victory Lap with you, to feed off your energy. Because some engineers don't give feedback. Like they just, hey, pay me my money. Hey, did you like it? I can't stand that shit, bro. Like, what did you think of the record? Like, and then you was just like, are you stuck? Are you glued? Are you married to that? I was
sometimes,
like, okay.
sometimes, oh man, I'm
yeah, let's talk about engineering a little bit. Let's tap
sometimes
in.
I just want to say one thing on that because
Okay.
it's like because I don't really want to say because I want to just sound bad.
He
Just
gonna know
the
you
reality
talking
of the
about him.
situation.
He gonna know you talking about him.
Yeah, because my thing is like, man, what you think? I'm like, man, it sounds good. The quality of this is great.
You know what it is. The beat's fire. You made the beat. I did 3
man,
verses, and that beat is fire.
Sounds good. Yeah, now if I ever say that again from this point on, they're like, really?
Done, bro. Wow.
Really? Yeah, no. But yeah, engineering, bro, you have to be that guy to engineer. Like you have to have a lot of patience. You got to have a lot of creativity, a lot of understanding.
And the artist has to be willing to accept feedback and willing to make it a collaborative effort so we can put out the best product possible.
Because the moment that is not, and that's the vibe that you get, oh, okay.
Go ahead, big dog.
Right,
you got this. Record.
Yeah, you want to double that?
Nigga saying, right?
You know what I'm saying? But I that's real. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, well, shit. But at the end of the day, sometimes it's like, you know what I'm saying? You got to trust, like, it's their art.
Yeah.
You know what
It's
I'm
your
saying?
vision.
And I get that.
But if we can make it better.
Hey, man. To each his own. You know what I'm saying? But I did want to segue that into shout out to my engineer. Okay, it's the red lights. So shout out to BJ, shout out to Hyphy, shout out to Dayron, even Sterling, like engineers that I had at the studio, and still have a couple of them. And it's like, this shit's dope, man. You know what I'm saying? To be able to have more creatives that have differences in their opinions and creativity to create dope shit and create opportunities and create relationships with artists too. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So engineers are a very valuable seat. Yeah. But like I said, it definitely, it's not for everybody.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, especially with the amount of personalities and creativity that ends up coming through the studio. Yep. You know what I mean? So shout out to them.
For sure. Well, I don't want to keep you too long. We got a couple games I'd like to get to.
Hey.
One of them I'd like to have a discussion with is top 5. The top 5, I usually do a different category every week. This week I let you pick the category of top 5 producers.
Yes,
We're going to start at number 5. You give me yours, I'll give you mine. Actually, I'll go first on this. I'll give you my number 5, and then we talk about it, and then we'll go about yours.
You said go ahead, write them down.
You gonna organize them?
I got them organized. I just don't know who got that 5th spot.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll help you with it. So, top 5. All right. Producers, I say top 5. It's number 5. I put DJ Mustard. I feel like he has found a lane.
Yes.
He really found his tempo. And as a DJ, I can bounce through anything DJ Mustard. They're all hits. They all blend very well together. Buddy gonna be around for a minute.
Yeah.
I fucks with Mustard. Who you got for number 5?
Number 5 was a hard spot. DJ Mustard was definitely an honorable mention between DJ Mustard and Mike Will. Definitely honorable mentions.
Okay.
But 5, I couldn't. It was hard. It was a hard spot because it was two producers that I couldn't necessarily decide on.
Okay.
First of them being Scott Storch and Just Blaze.
Ooh, who'd you go with?
I didn't put it down, so they both got 5.
Okay, but there's 4 more. You got 4 ahead of them.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, we're cool. I'm
You know
cool
what
with
I'm
that. We
saying?
tied for 5.
Just Blaze and Scott Storch. Like, bro,
Yeah,
fire.
that's tough.
On both ends. That's what
tough.
I said. Like, it was a split
God,
decision.
the shit that Just Blaze did for The Rock.
Yeah.
Like,
Man. And
those are some anthems.
yeah.
I felt like he really started the anthem music in hip hop, like the horns. Like
Yeah.
he
Bro.
definitely.
The
Whew,
cuts like that.
Yeah.
Breathe.
yeah.
Fabulous.
Oh, my God.
Classic. Bro, will always be a
1
classic
into
to
the
me.
2,
Yeah.
2 into the 3.
Bro. Then you gotta breathe.
Man,
yeah,
that
bro,
shit was
that's so
hard.
hard. Like goosebumps.
And it was the right combination of the
he
right
made that,
artists.
bro.
Like,
yeah.
man, when you hear him in Fabulous or you hear him in Freeway, and it's
Yeah.
just like that when them motherfucking pieces come together.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are my tied for 5.
Okay. My number 4, I went with Bangladesh. I've been doing research on him because he's talking about coming to the music awards. So
Nice.
there was shit I didn't even know. Like I didn't know he did What's Your Fantasy Ludacris. Like I didn't know
Yeah, he did a
he
lot
was
on that
around
project.
back then. Like
Yeah, he did
you know,
a lot on that
I was
project.
introduced to him with a Millie. You
Okay.
know, but-
Yeah, you were late.
Yeah, very late. So when
Yeah,
I
you
went
were
through
late.
his discography, I'm like, oh my goodness, this
Yeah.
man is a part of raising me.
Yeah, I knew
Like,
I knew that before I knew he was from Des Moines.
Damn.
Yeah, like because I was a Luda fan too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
huge
saying.
Luda
I was a
fan
huge
over here,
Luda
too.
fan. I was a Luda and Twista fan. So
Yep.
it was there.
Yeah.
I definitely knew Bangladesh was a part of a lot of those records on his first project.
That's dope. Who's your number 4?
Lil Jon.
Lil Jon.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't like that. That was definitely a part. He says the damn beat, the simplicity,
Man.
like just a lot of his beats, like
He
roll
made
call,
a genre. He made a
roll call,
subgenre
yeah.
in hip hop
And-
with
and-
crunk music.
and it was
That-
turned. It was
yeah,
lit. It
yeah.
was chants. It was
Yep.
simple.
Yep.
The
It was a
sound
mix
selection.
of rock and roll and hip hop in one.
Yeah.
Like crunk music. Yeah, we definitely got to get that man his
And yeah,
flowers.
he's what? Absolutely, absolutely.
My number 3, I got Manny Fresh. Fresh.
And that's
Fresh.
crazy.
Fresh.
That's crazy because once upon a time in my basement studio, I wanted to do like the great producers.
Yeah.
Not put myself in the middle, but Manny Fresh was definitely on there.
Yeah.
Definitely was.
Is he your? Give me your number 3.
He's not on my list.
No. Your top 3 better be
My top 3 are fucking phenomenal.
fucking phenomenal.
My top 3 are the fucking
Who's your number 3?
Yeezy, Kanye.
3.
Yeah.
Mm.
Kanye. Yeah.
Because I have Kanye as my number 2.
Ooh.
Who you got for 2?
Hitmaker.
Hitmaker already? Of
What,
all time?
already? What do you mean already?
Of
like,
all
hit,
time?
are you listen?
Was like 10 years ago.
Huh?
The rebrand.
It, yeah, I think it was. Like, I think, especially as a
It's
recent,
consistent.
like not even recently, but just I've been watching a lot of his lives too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because he makes beats, but he's a full producer.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he's in the studio, and his process is very similar to mine.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, when it comes to producing records.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if he gets his flowers like that.
He don't.
He's
I mean,
major.
I'm still shocked that you got him over Yeezy. Like how does
Yeah,
what
I think-
was that tough? Was that tough for you, or you was just like, no, it's
to an extent, because after my number one, after just number one, it became tough. You know what I'm saying? to even order that. So even if it's not necessarily in that order, I think it's just more relative. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? Because
okay.
I've been really digging in and listening to the records that he's been making. You know what I'm saying? Like Kanye's got classics, still continue to have classics. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't ever take that away from him. But Hitmaker is definitely like his versatility, and he's dope.
damn.
Super dope. Yeah.
Hitmaker gets more entertaining.
Yeah.
Okay. I was seeing if I had a drum roll for number 1. I think what do I got? Chimes.
Number one's easy.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre. So
That's what I have.
okay,
That is music.
It is.
There almost is no hip hop
it definitely
without Drake.
No, that's facts.
So I don't see how there's any other answer. So it almost looks like he's not on your list.
He's not.
Get the now. Are we talking about? Because I do have the
guess,
understanding that producers are a collection of people.
I guess
nowadays
no,
it's
no,
not just one person.
Not
Okay, so
not
I
that.
need your logic.
I think because just the music that I listen to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't listen to much Tupac. I didn't listen to much Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was more R&B.
Okay,
maybe.
So this
you
is
know
more of
saying?
a personal top five, not the top 5 greatest of all time.
Yeah,
or
of course.
is that the
like
same?
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's it's top 5
Understand.
in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Just from my point of view.
Now I'm eager. Who's your number 1?
The GOAT, Timbaland.
Timbo.
Timbaland.
I got to see him live come out at a Jay-Z show and make a beat on the spot. Dopest shit ever.
The GOAT.
Ever.
Nobody's
the shit
fucking
that
with
motherfucker. I watched. Did you watch his masterclass?
Yeah.
The shit he does in the booth.
Timbaland.
All right, and now I'm gonna go out here and play that, and that was a horn, and that was what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's genius on another level. Like it's weird genius. Like,
Manifestation.
fuck.
Manifestation
Yeah,
time.
he just does some shit.
So last year, I seen that he was doing live streams on Twitch and doing beat reviews.
Yep.
Played some of my beats.
What?
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah. And there was one of them in particular, like he was really vibing with. He was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm finna use this for my new theme for this shit." You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Like, and I screen recorded it, like I can show you that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I've always been a Timberland fan. You know what I'm saying? I got invited to Beat Club a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Timberland's Beat Club. Just,
That's wild.
you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm a part of Timberland's Beat Club.
This man is in Timberland's Beat Club, y'all. God damn. Tell you, he's working.
Yeah. So it's just, yeah, one day, like, yeah, definitely watch his master class. I definitely, like, I don't know, Timberland is just, I'm weird. Yeah. I'm different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I love, like, the sound selections, the percussion, the cadences, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything he was doing with Missy and you know what I'm saying?
So
like,
different, too.
Yes.
It's not.
And it's time. It's not timeless. It's way ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Shit that he was doing with Aaliyah. Shit that was, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I just listened to, what beat was that? The doom, not that one. What Aaliyah song was it? No, it wasn't that one. It was what was the Romeo Must Die?
Oh, try again.
Yeah. I was like,
yeah,
bro, just listening, and it was crazy is when I first started making beats, was like Fruity Loops 2, 3.
Okay.
It was a remake in the demo songs to that beat. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, like, I think it was last time I came from Cedar Rapids. I was in my car and I was like, man, what Fruity Loops was that? You know what I'm saying? I was just looking it up, but I seen somebody else remaking it, and I was like, no, let me listen to this instrumental by itself. And it's just like, Timbaland's a GOAT, bro. Yeah. Like,
he's a monster.
Even still to this day, like, he's still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he still does dope shit. And even what he's doing now to create a opportunity and platform like Beat Club. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To get underground producers and even major producers, you know what I'm saying, opportunities that they give.
Who do you think's responsible for more artists? Do you think Timberland or Dre?
Yeah. Dre is that. I mean, it's Dre.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I. Everybody that's on my list is not. Like I said, it's just my perspective on what inspired me.
Okay.
Versus what the facts might be, or what the numbers might be, or who did what for what. You know what I'm saying?
Who has
like,
more accolades or whatever.
I guess that list to me is more of what inspired me.
Because I kind of feel like Kanye might have inspired almost more than, like, he's inspired this new wave of music for the last 10 and in this decade.
Yeah.
And maybe going forward, I feel like he shifted the game.
Yeah, kind of.
It's
innovator.
tough. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A true artist.
Yeah.
Artiste.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? With the E at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Whether I agree with his fucking behavior. All right, we gonna wrap this up with a game of this or that.
Okay.
The way this works is I give you two options. You pick one. I may ask you to elaborate, but I may not, and we got to keep it moving.
okay.
There is no pass. There is no both. You must pick one. Are
This
you
or
ready?
that. Fuck it.
It starts easy, gets a little tricky. We're going to have fun with it. Humble or prideful?
Humble.
Streams or followers?
Followers.
Cheat on your girl or get cheated on?
Neither. Neither.
Got it. Save my marriage.
Hey, somebody said something the other day. My boy Goody, he was talking to his daughter. Like, I just think it's funny. He told his daughter as she was leaving, he was like, "Be good or be good at it." He's like, "I don't want to know shit." So that's gonna be a be good or be good at it.
Okay.
I don't know. I just thought that shit was funny. I was like, "What?" I've never heard that before. So maybe I don't know.
I like it. All right, you go get the first pass ever on the show. I'm trying to help you. All right, who you know or what you know?
Who you know? Wait. Damn. Because I know it's definitely a who you know type world, but you gotta fucking know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just that goes two hand in hand. You can know everybody and not
No shit.
know shit.
Exactly.
You know
so
what
it
I'm
gets
saying?
you nowhere.
Yeah.
I used to tell my artists, like, right before we signed, like, a lot of people will say it's what you know, but I do think it's who you know that gets you there. It's what you know that keeps you in the room.
Yeah.
And then Bo last week gave me something. I told him I'm gonna shout him out every time I use it. But what's more important than who you know is who knows you. So
Shout out to Bo.
Yeah, and when you said that earlier about Tech, I thought that same thing where he's like, Lyrikal, TMG.
Yeah.
Now he knows you.
Facts.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's making it. Like, I'm here, y'all.
Yeah, facts.
All right. We monogamy or be polygamous?
Monogamy or be polygamous? I mean, teamwork make a dream work.
Gotta have a team.
No, monogamous.
Okay. What's more important, to be honest or preserve the friendship?
Definitely honest.
Would you rather have more friends or business partners?
I want for my friends to be my business partners.
Pick one.
Sucks. Business partners.
Okay. What's more important, street cred or business rep?
Business rep.
Would you rather have a tough relationship or have it easy being single?
Tough relationship.
Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan.
What's more important for your ladies, low body count or experience? One or the other.
You said what's important for my lady?
For you, when you're looking at a woman, low body count or experience?
Yeah, it's weird. Where the fuck are these questions? Like, Jordan
These
or
all
LeBron
questions.
or bodies or no bodies? What?
We all over the place.
Yeah, what
This
the fuck?
or that.
How many more are there?
This feels like an interrogation.
Yeah, this is
Who's
weird.
watching? Are we live?
Yeah. Whose camera are we on?
How many
I mean,
relationships does this show
in all honesty, we're all human. So I mean, experience. We're all human.
Do you believe a man pays or should y'all go Dutch 50-50?
Like I don't know. Maybe it depends on the situation.
Pick one.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
hate this.
I gotta process. I like to be chivalrous.
All right, cool. That actually answers one of the next questions, so we get to skip one. Patron or Henny?
Hennessy.
What's more important, shock value or repeat value? I am going to have you elaborate on this one.
There's so many thises that goes with that. Definitely shock value.
Okay.
Definitely shock value.
The most common answer I get is repeat value, but your story today with the iPod,
Yeah, it's definitely shock value.
yep, versus somebody, and with that shock,
then you follow
leave,
that.
exactly.
Yeah.
You just follow up with more
Yeah.
shocking shit
Yeah.
versus you gave them one thing and they just want you for beats. No,
Fact.
I also do videos. I also do this. Oh, I'm also
That
cold on
shock
stage.
value, that shock value gets you through the door.
Exactly. All right. This one determines our friendship right here. This is the most important question. I
Oh,
still got
shit.
more. Poncheros or Chipotle?
Now it's funny because we don't have a Chipotle at the crib, so it's Poncheros.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. They did you a favor.
And it's fire. It's fire.
It is every time.
Yeah.
If it ain't fire, it's your fault. Like,
Yeah.
what you mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that's true,
you
yeah.
fucked up, not
Yeah.
them.
No.
What you talking about,
Damn,
bro?
I want some Poncheros now. Shout out to Poncheros.
Shout out to Punch.
Let me get some discount,
Right.
some coupons
We need some sponsors. We just shouted out so much shit.
on me. YouTube, where's the bread?
Right. The secret.
You know what I'm saying? All that.
All right. What's more important to you, to overplan or go with the flow?
Go with the flow.
What do you prefer, text or phone calls?
FaceTime. I'd say text because low-key you can think about what it is that you're,
Cool. Kanye or Jay-Z?
Yeezy.
LA or New York? I may organize these questions
It's
someday.
just so many vibes. I gotta say LA. Yeah, LA. Yeah.
Okay. And actually, I do want you to elaborate on the Kanye or Jay-Z.
It's a producer.
Yeah? It's just a
Like-
mutual respect thing, or he's done more type
I
of
think
thing?
I
or-
think in his position, in his role, and I watched his documentary.
I love
His documentary
Genius.
was the shit.
That shit's so fire. Shout
But
out to Cootie.
but-
That shit's raw.
but definitely just he does way more than just rap. And I'm not saying that Jay-Z just raps because he does a lot of fucking shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He's a
Great shit,
billionaire.
too. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Billionaire
he does good
status.
business for sure.
On the artistic aspect, I say Kanye.
Okay. Windows or Mac?
Mac.
Thank
Team
you.
Apple. Are you
He
serious?
looked
Who the fuck has
disgusted.
Windows?
Is that still around? Do people still do
I can't
that?
do that. I can't do it. My wife's got a Windows. I'm
He
like,
said,
man,
"Ew."
just get a fucking Mac. Mac all day.
So no need to ask you iPhone
Apple.
or Android.
Apple.
Okay,
Team
cool,
Apple.
cool. Just check it. The Rock or Stone Cold?
The Rock. Yeah.
Elaborate.
I was just having a conversation about The Rock. He's relevant. Like he's just what he's evolved into. I like the come up stories.
Uh-huh.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And seeing that
And-
progress and
yeah.
where they've they
And-
use it as a stepping stone. But
Yeah. And I'm in the current stage of manifesting my introduction and meeting The Rock.
Damn. Nice. Oh shit.
I'm gonna meet
That
him.
means it's gonna happen.
Yeah, as soon as the movie comes out.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
We're gonna do all right. Y'all heard it here first. We'll be posting the picture right side by side.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be live. We go live.
Twister or Tech Nine?
Twister.
Do or Die or Bone Thugs?
Do or die. Like shout out to AK B-Lo.
Really?
Are you serious?
I need you to elaborate on all of that. I'm sorry. We need both of them. We need Twister and Tech Nine.
Okay.
And you chose Twister.
So, Twister, like that's I was once I got introduced to Twister's music and him rapping fast and you know what I'm saying, like Tech Nine came after that. Tech Nine to me came on a BET Uncut video.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, damn, he rap maybe faster than Twister, but it was always Twister.
Okay. So
You know
that's
what I'm
more on the artistic side. Do you say the same Twister over Tech Nine on the business side?
More exposure for him. He get Twister got to him first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just the order of
Yeah.
things happening.
And like I said, I think I said earlier, I was a Twister Luda fan.
Okay.
So even when Freaky Things came out,
That's my shit.
yeah, you know what I'm
Really,
saying?
get little smoke on my booty.
And it was like I remember
Shit.
listening to Twister. I would rewind Twister and write down the lyrics and you know what I'm saying, train myself on how to
Yep.
you know what I'm saying, overnight
Slow
celebrity. And,
jams.
you know what
God,
I'm saying?
I wrote
Like,
that
you know what I'm
verse down
saying?
word by word.
Adrenaline rush and you know what I'm saying? Like
Can you
just
do Adrenaline Rush?
Probably not nowadays. I haven't done it in a
Used to
while.
be able
And then
to?
I mean, shit, just like I've done work with Twister.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I shot
Yeah.
a video with Twister, and it was like that was a highlight moment.
It's
like
a milestone.
you know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? Like, granted, he's not. I don't even really want to say that. He's a legend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Facts.
Super legend.
Now, do or die or Bone Thugs?
Because AK's bro. I talk to AK all the time.
Oh, you can't
You know
even.
what I'm saying? Like,
I can't just play,
I
bro.
talk to AK all the time, and it was like once do you wanna ride in the backseat of a caddy? Chop it up with do or die. Just that feel, that sound. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, what? Like Bone Thugs was dope. You know what I'm saying? But it was just so player. Like do or die was just so player.
Most
You know what I'm
pimpish
saying?
shit ever.
Manifestation, bro.
Ever.
Like, and I work with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I do work with them,
Yeah.
bro. And it's like I just talked to AK yesterday. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
wild.
Like it's just and I've been, bro, like divine timing, you know what I'm saying? Manifestation, speaking things to existence. Like that wasn't even necessarily something that I felt or knew it was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It just organically happened, and like he's bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we don't just talk about music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We talk about how to build, you know what I'm saying? Build different. Like we talk about building credit, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just it's a lot, bro.
That's
Like,
fucking lit.
and I respect the fuck out of that.
That's fucking lit. All right, last one's super easy, I think. And I feel like I know where you're going to go. Education or field experience?
It's real in the field.
I would like you to talk about it.
It's real in the field.
Inspire the youth with this one. Bring them home.
Okay, what was the?
It's education. So like going to
Education.
college or just going out there not knowing shit.
Man, you know what college
And
I
fucking
go
up.
to?
YouTube,
You know, YouTube University. So I like I said, a lot of these this and that they play hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But definitely the education and then applying that in the field.
Okay. You found a way to say both.
Because like they're so valuable, like it's hard to choose. Okay, it's this or nothing. You know what I'm saying? This or
Yeah,
that.
that's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? So it's like, especially if I have a chance to elaborate on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On
You
how
gonna
to
find a way.
position it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not even just finding a way. It's just
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's real in my story, and I believe that it's real in. No, think of it this way too. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily have to be this or that. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
could be combined as long as you structure it correctly.
Hey, amen.
You know?
Ladies and gentlemen, Lyrikal,
This shit was-
TFG, Waterloo in the house.
This shit was super dope. Like,
I hope it was different from other
definitely-
interviews.
hell yeah, definitely was. You know
Hope
what
you
I'm
had
saying?
enjoyed yourself, got to plug yourself quite a bit.
Hey, I'm gonna do like J. Cole, man. If you made it all the way to the end of here, man, you a real one, and I fuck with y'all. I appreciate y'all listening to this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, better
For
learn
real.
something, goddammit. Pick up them gems.
Yeah.
We might name this episode iPod. That's the biggest takeaway. And don't do the same thing, but you got to get to that creative level. You got
shit, why
to
not do the same
self-manifest.
thing? If somebody want to do that too, and that inspired them, I mean, iPod's kind of out of the situation now, but I guarantee you give somebody an iPhone 14, they
Right.
gonna gladly take that
You know,
motherfucker.
I swear.
An iPhone 12. You,
You
know what
know,
I'm saying? Like,
this you big dog. Damn.
you know what I'm saying? They just gonna give me an iPhone. You
You're
know what I'm
right.
saying? But yeah, that's shock factor.
Hell yeah. Shock value, baby. How
This
can they
was dope.
find you? How can they find you?
You can find me everywhere at Lyrikal TMG, LYRIKAL TMG, all social media platforms, or you can visit my website at lyrikaltmg.com.
He is also Mr. Mike Check Iowa. I didn't know if he was supposed to be anonymous. Is that anonymous?
Kinda
I can
little bit.
edit. I can edit it.
You can put that in. I don't give a fuck.
Hit my man's
At the end
because
of
we
the
just
day,
did
like,
a
it
fire
just-
ass Mike
Yeah,
check.
it just shows that shit, man. It's not about me.
Yeah,
Like
facts.
I'm trying to help and create different platforms in different ways for
Facts.
artists in our state. That is, man, it's been super dope. If I could just elaborate on that quickly.
Yeah, take your time.
It's been
Ain't rush you
dope.
on.
It's been dope to not only network with different artists that I haven't met or known about, but just seeing the organic eclecticness of what our state really has and is growing. So it's been, man, so far so good. Like, it's been super dope. You know what I'm saying? I just came from Des Moines and just did two with two super dope artists. You know what I'm saying? That it's like,
I love how everybody's so different.
yeah.
Like if you go and listen to mine and then you listen to Boo Kilos and they're both fire, but like they're so on the other ends of the spectrum.
And the responses from, you know what I'm saying, people that are in their fan base, and a lot of responses of people that haven't even known them before. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe it's a really dope platform.
You're introducing us to new audiences. We're seeing people from all over Iowa. We definitely got to collaborate. I feel like that deserves an award in its own with the mic check. And what else is dope, and this is why I've been scared of the secret, is the universe. And when I say the universe, I'm religious. So like when I refer to universe, I'm really saying God. But like the universe pulls people together in different ways. When I saw Mic Check Iowa, my first podcast that started my company was called the Mic Check Podcast. So there's buzzwords that like leans me towards people. So I see Mic Check, I see Lyrikal, and it's like, okay, I've been wanting to work with Lyrikal. How do I hit him up? And then I see that, and it's like, what? Like, it's like, motherfucker, do it. Right. Don't hesitate. Like, here's all the signs. Like, I will get 10 signs before doing something that I was like hesitant about or like concerned, like, should I do it or how should I approach it? And it always happens. It never fails. And then after the work is done, it never lets me down. So that's the universe for you.
Super dope.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's been another episode of Talking Top Tier. I'm your host, always doing the most, Tone the Boss. We had Lyrikal TLG in the building. Follow your man.
You got ended like I started.
Get some beats. Get a video. Do the Mic Check Iowa. If you're an artist of any kind, hit my mans. Make it happen. He traveling all over. Iowa Music Awards right around the corner. You gonna see him there. It's going down. Everything top tier. Let's go.